that song, he could take the singer, he could take the location, he could take the situation, and he could tear another asshole in half. He could literally make mincemeat of it. He could deconstruct it. Then, Dan O'Bannon would reconstruct it with moments. Any way he wanted to. He could take his inventions of moments and make it scary, as he did in Alien, or make it funny, as he did in this picture. He could do anything he wanted to do with moments. Moments are what actors look for. They are what Nijinsky looked for when he jumped out of the stage in 1914 in Paris. L'après du midi de Faun, afternoon of a faun, he leaped out of the wings onto the stage, and no one could believe how long he suspended in the air. Nijinsky. That was his moment. He became a star. We look for moments. Dan writes with moments. Linnea Quigley, when she did her little titty dance on the great stone.
I didn't think they were so little, did you?
Every guy in the audience was looking at her crotch to see if they could really see an opening there. And we never did, but we thought we did.
Hey, you know, actually, Linnea,
That was a moment.
that's a good point.
Linnea became a star from that dance, and she took a moment and ran with it.
Yeah. Linnea, since inevitably we're going to talk about it, if I could ask you somebody out here correctly, give us an idea of how difficult or not difficult filming that famous scene was.
Well, I couldn't suspend, you know, myself like, you know, the other guy dancing. But it was embarrassing to do because I felt clothed in a way because I had the Barbie doll clients, but I had a bunch of people down there dancing and with the horrible torches, the road flares with salt.
Mark and I had road flares.
So I was a little high from that, and you know, I saw Clue and James' eyes looking through trees and stuff.
Was that on a soundstage, or was it outside?
No, that was outside
Was
at
it?
the
Silmar.
seating or
Silmar.
Silmar at the
Silmar.
Olive Garden they made, which was fantastic.
Unlimited breadsticks.
Yes.
It's an olive grove.
So I loved the dance, you know, once I got through it. You know.
So, thank you. This is for anyone. The atmosphere on the set. Now, you know, Clue just talked about O'Bannon and his directing style and so forth. But how did you guys all get along? Was it, I mean, you had 2 weeks of rehearsal, so you would, like Bill said, you bonded. But was the filming of it a good experience, or was it difficult?
It was a perfectly wonderful experience. I just had one of the best times of my life. I think most of us did. By the way, I just wanted to mention
there are
one
some
thing.
people that were not.
Yeah,
Pardon?
some people did.
I had a great time. Other people didn't have a great time.
Well, I just want to mention one thing. That actually Toby Hooper was supposed to direct
That's
this.
right.
And Toby got stuck in Europe on Life Force and couldn't make it. And Dan got himself the job. He'd written it, but he'd never directed a picture before. And it was a remarkable period because of the way he went about that and the way everybody adjusted to it. But I think he was saved, as we were, with the 2 weeks of rehearsal.
Yes. Yes.
Don, did you do? Yeah, pass it to Mike. So for the part of Ernie, did you do any kind of research into morticians and how they did what they did? You're a very interesting character that you play.
Well, you know, Dan provided all that
tell you the truth, you know, very few books written on it. It's a hand-me-down business and family. But he really had knowledge about all the work with the trouble line. You know, it's all very practical. And, but you know, on all good shows, I had a great time on doing the show. You do a terrific movie, you show up on the set for other scenes, right? And I think we all kind of do that. Hello. Hello. Are the lights on? Mom's on.
You brought a lot to that part, though, Tom.
You know, I read the script and I thought it was terrific. I thought it was a great script. And I came in with a jogging outfit. It's all fuzzy, but I came in with a jogging outfit, which was probably in the script. But I was listening to like The Cure, you know, some real wacko music. And I came in bopping all over the place with the uniforms on. Hello. Really, you were there. You were in the room.
Yeah, well, you actually helped me a lot because you brought in, when you found out that your character had a German background, you started bringing in things from the 1930s from Germany, calendars and things that were a part of your character in his past.
I alluded, when he asked me, I had this. Oh yeah, I shaved for it. I had a mustache, and he took me. Oh yeah, I'll lose that. And we talked about dyeing the hair blonde, and I really wanted to do it because it was on the page. It's a terrific script, and I felt no, we weren't going to do it 25 years later. Somebody asked me, "Do you think it was going to be a cult film?" I said, "No, I felt it was going to be a good film." I did a lot of good films that went right into the shit. But it doesn't matter because you look and you say, that was a great experience. So I didn't know this would be a cult film. No. Thought it was on the page.
You tossed out that remark about shaving your mustache. One of the things that really impressed me was your level of commitment to the part, because Don was really blown up with this unbelievable mustache that he had grown. And when Dan asked that you remove the mustache, his reaction was not resistance at all, but it's off. Just immediately. Total commitment.
That's easy makeup. Let's talk to Tony and Kenny a little bit about